Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping in. We're going to do a video on the Techsew 5100 on how to wind a bobbin. And it's pretty easy. There's not a whole lot to it. It kind of sucks. You have to, unless you got, you know, whatever color or thread you're using, if you got two spools, but we only got one spool of 207 white left, so I got to cut it and to wind the bobbin. But I try to wind, you know, 3 or 4 or 5 at a time. We don't use a whole lot of different colors, mostly white. We got tan, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, tan. And we have a black up there, but like I said, we don't use them too often, mostly white. So let me get a bobbin and I'll bring you guys in and show you how to do this. Alright, so here's the bobbin for the 5100s, and it may be the same for, you know, a few other ones, I'm not sure. But the worst part when you're sewing something is running out of thread and not having a bobbin full. That is awful. Every time I go to sew anything, I always check and make sure that my bobbin has thread on it. So I'll bring you guys in and show you how to do this. Alright, so the first thing I do is I take my needle out. I need a different screwdriver. Okay, it's probably about time for me to replace this needle anyway, but I don't know if you have to, but I take mine out. You're going to take your bobbin, and it's got them little holes in it, and there's a hole or a little nipple on the back side of that, and that nipple will go in that little hole, and you push in until it kind of locks. Then I always cut my thread up here, and I'll leave that. I know how to thread it now, but just leave that up there that way in case you have a brain fart or something. You come through this hole up here, and you come around and there, and you push that thread kind of pops in there, so you'll feel it when it goes in. Got that fan blowing over there, and it's making it hard. So you come through that hole, you come down, through that hole, and you can take this. So there's them two holes, the one that I showed you, there's one on both sides. So that thread's going to come from the inside out. Okay. I just make sure it's locked on there. You push that down, okay? You turn your machine on, and you can turn yours, you know, however fast you want to do it. Alright, so and then make sure you're in forward. Just hold on to your thread. I hold on to it for a little bit. And you can let go of your thread. clip it off. And then when you're done, when this is full, this will automatically pop up and it'll stop this. Now your foot and everything down here is still going to move, but it will stop this. See, that stopped on its own. So then always go, make sure you put your RPMs back where you sew at. Turn your power off. And you can either leave that up there, or what I do, pull it off, cut it, and then I go put this, where we keep our thread at. And then you can either leave that in there if you have, you can leave that in there like that until the next time. But since I only got one spool of white thread, I'll have to pull this back out and rethread the machine with it. So rethreading simple through the top. That's why you leave your thread in there, so you don't forget how it goes. Let me bring it around here. Okay. Pull it out. There's a little loophole here, and this can be a little tricky to do. Just kind of push it through, then come up top. And again, just like up here, you're gonna put that thread in there and push down in there. And this tensioner down here, you're gonna go around it twice. Okay. Then up through. Now this one down here, it don't snap in like it does up here at top. Oops. You have to make sure that stays in. Okay. And when I first got this, I was learning how to rethread and I forgot to thread it up here. Don't forget to do that. And come down, pull that out a little bit, come straight down. And when I'm done, I'll try to get you guys a close-up of everything. Now I'm going to replace this needle, but I'll put it back in just for the video. When you put your needle in, there's a little throat. See the difference in the sides? This little throat faces in. Make sure it's all the way up. And that throat in. Then you tighten it. And you take your thread. And your thread will go through the needle this way. Just like that. Then when I was telling you how I check my bobbin before I start sewing every time. You can look through there and you can still see that there's plenty of thread on the bobbin. So I do that every time, no matter what I'm sewing. Here's a close-up. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. I know a lot of people, I think leather work is, I won't say it's dying, because it seems like there's a lot of people doing it. And I see a lot of people wanting to buy sewing machines. So I know when I first started, I didn't have a clue on what I was doing. And, you know, any help, you know, made a big difference. So that's how you wind the bobbin and rethread your sewing machine. So, and again, it helps if you have more than one spool of the same color, so you don't have to keep cutting it and everything. You can honestly, if you had 2 spools, you could wind the bobbin as you sewed. So, hope this helped, hope it was informational. If you enjoyed it, liked it, please subscribe and like, and be sure to check out our other videos and stay tuned for the next one. Thanks.